Alright guys, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can know how much profit you make every day in the POS business. So a lot of people have been contacting me, Mr. Tokwe, please help us do a video on how we can know how much we make as profit every day doing the POS business. So in this video, this is what I'll be showing you. So if you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button below and also turn on the notification so that whenever I uh, post any new content, you'll be the first to know. Okay, so this was from our last session. So on how to the last session we had on how to balance your account, that is how to know if your account is balanced. Probably you put an employee there or you are the one staying there. So this was the session we had. So but in this session what I'll be showing us is how to know how much profit you make doing your POS business. Let me check if this is recording. Okay, so now how to know how much you make. So the first thing you do is your charges. Use this basic formula. So it's not that hard to know how much you make in the POS business. Okay, so this is charges. Basically what we are trying to do is charges minus total expenses, that is your expenses. Okay, let me break the expenses down. That will be POS charges. That's, don't let me call it POS charges. Let's call it cost of withdrawal. So you add that to cost of deposit, deposits. Then you add that to maybe transport. Let's say total daily transport. Let's call it total daily transport. So this is basically what you'll be using. Let's use this. I want everything to be on the same line. So this is basically what you'll be using. So let's put equal uh, profit. Okay, let's put that in capital letter. I love profit. Profit is sweet. Let's put it in capital letter. So what this formula is basically showing you is your charges, that is the total sum of how much you collected from customers. Let's say one customer came to withdraw on 2,000 and you collected 100 naira from the customer. Another customer came to withdraw 3,000, you collect another 100 naira. Another customer came to withdraw 20,000, you collect maybe 300 or 400. So you add all those 100 naira, 100 naira, then 300. You add everything together. These charges, that is the total charges. Let's call it total charges. That is the charges you collected for deposits. Let's say total charges. Sorry, total charges. That is the charges you collected for deposits and that you collected for withdrawal. So that's the total charges. So then the cost of withdrawal, which is the cost of withdrawal. Okay, let's put this. Let's put this total charges. I don't want to make it complex, but it's very simple. Let's say equals to withdrawal charges. Withdrawal charges, that is the charges you collected for people that withdraw, and you add it to the charges you collected for people that deposit. Okay, deposit charges. And if you add everything together, that's what will give you this total charges there. This particular one, that's the total charges. Then cost of withdrawal. Cost of withdrawal is, let's say the total withdrawal, let's say uh you withdrew like on your EOD. There's something we call EOD. EOD is your end of day receipt. That is, EOD is end of day receipt. That is the one that will show you all the transactions you've done. And I expect you to have a record book where you record every transaction you do. So you add all the total POS amount together. That is, you add, let's say someone did, okay, let's break this down. Someone did 3-1. I'm just going to use this ones. Someone did 2-1. someone did 20,000, 20,000. Okay, someone did, another person did 20,200. Okay, let's say 20,300. Another person did 3,000. So let's say this is all the withdrawal you've done. Okay, okay, let me put this. So what we want to do is to know, okay, let's say this is, okay, let me put it this way so that we can understand. Okay, let me show you. This is withdrawal, that is, or you can call it POS or anything. So let's call it withdrawal for the sake of this. So this is all the withdrawals you've done for a particular day. This is all the withdrawal. Okay, let's do another table for deposit. So you won't be, let's take it and let's put deposit. Yes, let's do deposit. Okay, deposit. So let's put now. Okay, let's do withdrawal, then deposit. Let's duplicate this. Let's do withdrawal. Then I expect that in your logbook, like in your record book, you have something like this. You put your withdrawal, you write the charges in front, then you put your deposit too, you write the charges in front. Okay, let's put now the person that withdrew 3-1 paid 100 naira. The person that withdrew 2-1 paid another 100 naira. The person that withdrew 20,000, let's say he paid 300 naira for withdrawal. Then this other person too paid 300 naira. So this person paid 100 naira. So this is the charges. This particular one is the charges for withdrawal. So you can find a book, or if you need, I will also be leaving the link to the standard format for record book. I'll also be leaving the link. You can also find a book, a note to just tabulate everything and put it like this: withdrawal, then charges, then deposit too. Let's do the same for deposit. So I expect that you're writing all these things on a separate page. Okay, let's change the value here so that you won't be confused. So let's say 16,000. This person deposited 16,000. Let's say you collected. Let's say you collected two 200. Where is this thing? You collected 200. Let's say, okay. Let's say this one is, you withdrew 3,000. This one, sorry, sent 3,000. This one is sent 2,000. This one is sent 20,000. Now the charges. So let's put the charges like this. So this one is withdrawal, that is the amount you put inside, like the amount you punch inside the POS, the exact amount, that is the amount on the receipt or on the approved receipt, whether it is paper receipt or the screenshots you have on your phone, depending on the type of POS you are using. This 3-1 is the exact amount you type on the POS. Don't forget that. This 2-1 is the exact amount you type on the POS. So even though you type 3-1, you are still going to record 100 naira, even though it's 3-1. See, look at this place now. You withdrew 20,000, then you collected 300 naira. Irrespective of the way the customer pay, maybe the customer say remove it from my account, like this one, you still have to record the charges. Or the customer says, don't worry, don't remove it. Like in the case of this 20,000, I'll give you the cash, or this case. So just record everything like this. The exact amount, this one is the exact amount on the, you put on the you punch on the POS, all these ones. So and these are the charges you charge the customer. You must write everything down. So for deposit too, this is the amount the person say, okay, let me send 3,000, and the charges you collected is 100 naira. The person say, okay, let me send 2,000, the charges you collected is 100 naira. Okay, let's change this to 19. Maybe the customer say, let me send 1,900, so that we'll get this right. So the customer says, let me send 1,000. So it is the exact amount you transfer. That's what I want you to know here. The exact amount you transfer. Okay, so that's out of the way. So what we'll do now, so what this formula is, so the total charges, the first thing here is the total charges. So the first thing here is the total charges. So total charges is the addition of all this plus that is addition of all the charges for withdrawal plus addition of the charges for deposit. So you add everything together. Let's pop up calculator here. Sorry, calculator, where are you? Calculator. Okay, calculator. So let's pop it up. All right, so let's add 100 plus 100. We'll do this one by one so that we won't mix anything up. Plus this 100 plus another that's plus 300 plus another 300 plus 100. So total charges for withdrawal is 900 naira. Then we'll add these to charges for deposit. Let's do it once. Let's add it all. Let's do it once, or should we separate it? So let's separate it for people that might not be able. So let's say total charges for withdrawal now. Okay, let's say total charges for withdrawal. Okay, let's put it down here. Let's put it down here. Total charges for, so all the addition of this is 900 naira. Total. So let's put total in front. Total. Let's put total equals. So let's put that. That is the total of everything here is 900. That is charges for withdrawal. Let's duplicate that. Let's find it. Let's calculate total deposit charges too. So 100 naira, top of calculator. 100 naira here. Let me cancel this. 100 naira plus 100 naira again plus 200 plus 300 plus 100 naira again, so equals 800. So the charges we have for deposit alone is 800. So what you do is to add all the charges together. That is, you add these charges plus the charges here. So that's what will give you the total charges we put here. So let's say, so 900 plus 800, so that will give you 1700. So that means the total charges here, that is this one. Let's put another test. So that will be the total charges, that is this one is 1000. How much is that? 1700. 1700. So let's close the bracket back. Minus, so charges, this is, so this, what we mean by cost of withdrawal, it is the charges the bank or any POS terminal, maybe it's Money Point, OPay, Kudi or something, the charges they will charge you for using their POS, that's the cost of withdrawal. That is, when you withdraw 3-1, how much did they deduct? When you withdraw 2-1, how much they, so, and you don't, how much did they deduct when you withdraw 20,000? Because they will only credit you, let's say for this 3-1, they will credit you about it depends on the terminal you're using. Let's say they credit you, they credit you 3090 naira. Maybe they deduct 10 naira for the charges. So, but you don't need to add, or you don't need to do all those mathematics one by one. So the best thing you can do is to add all these things up again. So let's add this for you to know cost, how much they debit you for withdrawal. So let's say total withdrawal, total equals, so let's add all everything up here. Let's add it. Okay, let's add it. 3-1 plus 2-1 plus 20,000. So you add everything. Don't forget, this is the exact amount you punch on the POS. The exact amount you put, you type inside the POS. So plus 3,000. So everything, that is your withdrawal, total withdrawal amount, the exact amount, everything, the total is, sorry, the total is 48,500. So which means 48,500. So that's the total amount That's the total withdrawal. You do the same thing for deposits. You add everything up, though this is not really important for deposits, but let's see. So this is not really important for deposits. Okay, we'll be doing something else for the deposit, but this is 48,500 naira. So that's the total withdrawal you did. So what you now do, this is what, don't forget, this is what is inside your record book. This is what is, it doesn't mean that this is what they will credit you. They will credit you lesser amount because they will have deducted their charges from this 31. Maybe they will credit you 3,090 naira. Maybe this one they will credit 2,090 naira also. So what you will now do is this 48,500. Now you log into your to the app, you are the POS account you are using. Maybe you are using Money Point, you are using OPay, you are using Kudi. So they always have transaction history there. So under this transaction history, they will show you the exact amount they debit. Let me see, but I won't be able to show you. Let me see if I can log into my Money Point dashboard here. Actually, I don't have access to this account again. So, but let's see. Let's see if we can still log into the because it's my employee that's handling this. Let's see. We still have access. Okay. No, don't let us use this account. Use a different account. Let me use this. Let's check. Yeah, I hope it won't log out there. So let's check. So what you do, Monster, this one is not a problem. So what you do is to go, like this one is Money Points. Let's use Money Points as an example now. So what you will do is to go to wallets for Money Point wallet. You go to wallets. So under, when you get to wallets on Money Point, you see total credits. This total credits, it shows the amount they debit, like the amount they credit you, and they've already removed their charges from this amount. That means this person did more than 106,067. That is, when you add all this together now, when you add all this together for this particular employee or for this particular outlet, it means the amount is more than 106. That is, they have already removed their charges. So they've already removed their charges from this. That means probably the person did 107,000. So this amount is the one you take here, is the one you now subtract the total withdrawal from. That is the one you, what you are trying to do is to compare what you have in your book with what they credit you. That's that's the simplest explanation. So that is the cost of withdrawal. Let me put it here in formula form. Cost of withdrawal. Let me put cost of withdrawal is the different that is the amount on your record, minus amounts they credit you on your wallet, amount credited on your wallet. So that's the cost of withdrawal. That's the amount the bank or Money Point or anybody, that's the amount they debit you. That's the cost you incur for that withdrawal. So that's why most people want POS that charge less, so that these charges they deduct from them will be low. So that's that. So let's assume in this case, maybe when you check your wallet, what you now see here, what you found here is, let's say you check your wallet, like that is the way we check this now. This is the amount they credit us for this one. Now for this on 30th, that means the person did 200 and 200 and maybe 217 or 216 or 217,000 before they could have credited these 215. They've already removed their own money. So that means the person withdrew 217,000 minus. So you subtract it from what you have here. So you subtract it. So let's see that um so let's see that. So what we'll do now, okay, what I will do now is just to make this very explanatory. I will pause this video and try to log into my WhatsApp so that we can check a live report from an employee that owns this terminal and check how much profit we make. So let's check how much profit we make so that we can be following everything one by one. So I'll pause the video now and connect with my WhatsApp. Okay, welcome back. Okay, now so if you watch my last tutorial, I told you that my employees usually send their reports to on WhatsApp. So let's use this one. This one is from 30th of June 2021, which is also here. This one is, so this is 30th of June 2021. So this is the total credit they credited us, 215,000. So what we are trying to do is to know the cost of withdrawal, that is how much did money points, in this case it is money points, how much did money points charge us for the withdrawal we did for that particular day. So let's do this. Let's do, so here you can see that the employee added all the POS she did. This is only POS. This is for POS. That's 216,500. So that 216,500 that she did is what we will now 216,500. You see that this 216, I was talking about EOD the other time. Let me see. EOD should be here. So this 216,500 will be the one on the EOD. You can see it. This 216,500. See here, 216,500. So that's what will be on your EOD. So what we want to do is to compare it with what they credit us here, because they will have removed their own charges. So the amount on your EOD, that is the amount on your EOD, is the exact amount you type on the POS. So let's okay, that's 216,500. So how much do they credit us now? 216,500 is the amount on the EOD. So they credited us 215,827. So if we check the difference between the two, it will show us how much they deduct for all the transaction we did. 215,827. So for the, okay, that's 673. So for the entire day, for the entire withdrawal we did, they charge us, that is the cost of withdrawal is 673. So that's how you will get your own too. So if your POS company does not have if your POS service provider does not have something like this, like money points, what you will do is to you have to do it. You just have to add, like this. You do all this. You see, you go to transactions. You just add all this amount together yourself. You add everything together. That is, this one is deposit. You can see. So you can also get it under. You can see it for your own. It might be under transactions. Transactions might be under transactions. That means you need to add it one by one, but for money point they've already separated it, and you can see it at a glance like that. So you just need to add all the withdrawal amounts together, that is withdrawal alone. So you add all these ones together, you add everything together, so it should give you a value. So that's what we are trying to do here, to know our cost of withdrawal, which is very, very simple. So I just want us to play that. So okay, sorry. Sure. Okay, let's see. So that's, so cost of withdrawal in this example. Let me see. Yes, okay. So in this example, now this is 48,500. So let's say they deduct 220. Okay, let's say, let's say when we check our wallet, we found out that the amount they credit us, that is when we check our maybe money point account or Kudi account or something, the amount they credit us is, let's say this one is 48,500. So you subtract it. Let's say when we check, we now see that they credit us 48,100, or let's say 48,105, just for us to be. So let's say they credited us 48,105. So when we subtract it, we see that the cost of withdrawal is 395 naira. That's the amount they deduct from our account for withdrawal. So that's 395. This value, we add this value, cost of deposits. Most terminals will only They will only debit you maybe 10 naira for every deposit you do, or maybe 20 naira for every deposit you do. So let's say on average most of them debit 20 naira. So let's say now your POS company is charging 20 naira for every deposit you do. So this one is 3,000. Now let's say they debit you 20 naira. So that's for everyone, that's 20 naira here plus 20 naira here plus 20 naira here. For each one you do, they debit you 20 naira. So that means the cost of deposit will be this one, that is okay 20, let's go students. So this is 20 naira, that is for the first charge deposit you did, they debit you 20 naira. Let's say the second one too, that is 19, they debit you 20 naira. You add them together, 16,000, they also debit you 20 naira. You add that together, 20,000, they debit you 20 naira plus 3,000, they debit you okay, sorry, 3,000. How will I cancel this? Okay, they debit you another 20 naira. So all the charges they deducted for deposits is 100 naira. That is for 2020 year. So the charges, that is the cost of you doing your deposit, is 100 naira. So that's what we put here. So cost, that's 100 naira. So plus total daily transport. Let's say your employee or you spends, let's say 200 naira for transport per day. So you spend 200 naira for transport per day. So this is where you put it. This is where you put it. So that is total daily transport. So we just, what we need to do, we are almost done here. You see, what we need to do now is to equals profit, right? Yes, profit. So that's what we need. Let's bring this down so that we won't be confused. So let's bring this down. Okay. Maybe we can put this up. Maybe we can put this up. Okay. So now let's go do another test. So let's say now 1,700, which is our total charges. Let's say we make profit from our example here. So what we'll do is to add the ones in this bracket first. That is 395. Let's open the calculator. So 395.95 plus 100 naira, which is the cost of deposit, plus 200 naira. So that means your total, that is what is inside here is 695, right? 695. So you bracket it back. So equals profit, right? Profit. Okay. So that's what we'll do. Just put it this way. So now the next thing we'll do is to now 1,700 minus 695. So for us to know our profit, so 17 minus 695, 695. So that means our profit for this particular day. So that means our profit for this particular day equals 1,005 naira. So that means our profit for this particular day, that is our net profit for this particular day, is 1,005 naira. So this profit is what you can write it down, maybe in your logbook at the top like this. You can be writing it down every day. So when you do it, so this is how to know your daily profit for POS. But don't be too happy, because you have to also take account, like for the whole month you have to take account for the fact that you are paying employee, you are buying data, and other expenses like that. So, and for the days you spend extra, so you can add it to this daily transport or other expenses. You can always add it as part of this. So that's how to basically know what your daily profit is. That's basically how to know. So I know each person's case will be different, because some of us offer some other services at our outlet, but we can always use this formula for a start. So this is basically how to know your daily profit. Deposit. Okay. So maybe let's open okay, should we open a new one? I want us to do use it for that employee, that my outlet, so that we'll know if we actually make profit there that day and how much we make, using that one as a live example. So before I stop the video, so let's use the formula here. Let's go to WhatsApp. Total charges, that is, this is what they usually, so this is what they usually write as total charges. So this is total charges. Sorry, where is the report? That's 6,000 naira. So 6,000 naira. 6,000 naira. Okay, where are we? 6,000. So you put it here. You put it here. So minus, sorry, bracket again. So cost of withdrawal. Now let's check this cost of withdrawal. I think we calculated it the other time. So I said you compare what is on the EOD, that is what is on the person's report, that is this 216,500. This report is for on 30, 216,500. So you subtract that minus what the creditors is 215,827. 215,827. So that means the charges is 673. So that is 673. So we add that to cost of deposit. So in this case, we just assume, so money point usually debit 20 naira. So she did how many deposits? You can see that she has already counted it. So it's 8. That's 20 naira in 8 places. That's 160 naira. Okay, let's say 20 naira. Let's do it so you can see. Sorry, 20 naira. So she did eight deposits. You can see she wrote it here, 8 deposits. So that's 160 naira. So that's the cost of deposit. So cost of deposit, let's add that here. That's 160, right? So plus 160 plus, so that's cost of deposit. So daily transport, that's what she wrote as expenses. That's 250 naira. So that's our daily expenses. So you add that 250. So you add that. So equals to, that is equals to profit. You put it